Now that we've used the circle and clip tools to heads-up digitize the paint palette and paints, in step 8, we'll use the rectangular and divide tools to heads-up digitize the crayon box. All right, in the map view, I'm going to center it on the crayon box, and you can see it's made up of a lot of rectangles, including one in the middle there. So we're going to start with that rectangle. So on the Create Features pane, I'm going to activate the green feature template, and instead of the polygon construction tool, I'm going to click on the rectangle construction tool. Now, notice there are some tools on the rectangle toolbar. Those tools will automatically align either to a grid or the map view, and I want my rectangle rotated, so I'm going to make sure they're disabled, and then I'm going to click on the edge of my rectangle, click on a second edge, and then size my rectangle by clicking on the third vertex. All right, that looks good. Also want to create rectangles in the middle of my crayons there. I'm going to use the black feature template to do that. And again, the rectangle tool. And I want to be coincident with the green rectangle, but notice I can't snap to it. And that's because I have vertex snapping enabled, but not edge snapping. So I'm going to go down to snapping at the bottom. You can do it at the top too, but I'm going to enable edge snapping. And then hover over my green rectangle and set my first edge. And then the other, and then size my rectangle. All right, that looks pretty good. I need to split that rectangle, so I'm going to use the split tool. And go ahead and split it. And I want the split to be parallel to the original green rectangle, so I'm going to click on that edge and select parallel, and then double click to create my split. Now I need to split the rest of the rectangle, and I'm going to use a cool tool called divide. So it's in the divide section. Click on divide, and then I'm going to select the larger polygon. I need to split both, but I'm going to start with the larger polygon. And then in the divide tool, I'm going to divide on equal areas. So proportional areas, my method. I'm going to set my direction by choosing a polygon edge, and we're going to set the number of parts to 6. And because I have show preview enabled, once I set the edge, in this case I'm going to set it to that short edge, you can see it shows the direction the divide is occurring and divides into 6 proportional areas. And I can turn show preview off and turn it back on again. Go ahead and click divide, and it divides my rectangle into 6 rectangles. I'm going to repeat the process for the smaller band of crayons there. Zoom in so we can see what's going on. Proportional area, choose a polygon edge, set my edge. All right, looks good. Click divide. All right, now that I've divided up all of my rectangles, now I need to update my attributes. So I'm going to click on the attributes button, and the top band is all the same color, but the bottom ones are the individual Crayola colors. So I'm going to select the first Crayola and mark the color as yellow or 2. Select the second Crayola. It's 5 orange. And go ahead and update all the colors. Go ahead and speed up the video as well. All right, once they're set, I'm going to clear the selection. I've edited my features and my values, so I need to click on the Save button and save the edits to my feature class in my geodatabase and save my project as well. In step 9, we're going to digitize the crayon tips using copy and paste features. So first, we'll click the purple polygon tool and digitize the purple crayon tip using snapping. Then we'll copy and paste the purple tip feature and hold the control key to move the anchor so we can snap the next feature in place. We'll digitize all the crayon tips and then update attributes with the corresponding colors. Back in ArcGIS Pro, we're going to heads up digitize the crayon tips. And we'll start with the purple tip. So I'll activate the Create Features pane, activate the purple feature template and the polygon tool, and then we want to snap to the vertex. Notice when you hover over it, the tooltip tells you what you're snapping to. So make sure you snap to the vertex and not the edge in this case. And then now I want to create the top of the tip, and I'm going to make it parallel to my existing rectangles. And then double click to finish my sketch. Now with my draft feature selected, I want to copy and paste it to use it for the other tips. So with it selected, under the edit ribbon and the clipboard group, I'm going to click on copy and then click paste. And that pastes a duplicate feature directly on the other one. It also opens up the move tool. And so I just have to select and drag the copied feature. Now when I try to snap it in place, notice it doesn't snap, and that's because it only snaps to the yellow anchor, which is in the wrong position. And so I can reposition the anchor by hovering my mouse over the yellow anchor, holding the control key, and then dragging it into place where I want to put it. In this case, snap to the lower right vertex. And then now I can move the feature back in place and snap it in place. All right, let's repeat the process. Go ahead and paste another feature. Move my anchor into place and then re-snap the feature. And this time I'm going to select the 3 tips and under clipboard, click on copy and paste. Reposition the anchor to the lower right vertex and then snap the entire selection into place. Go ahead and clear the selection. That looks really great. I need to update my colors to correspond to the crayon. So blue and green. And I'll go ahead and speed up the video a little bit. Once you get the Crayola tips updated, go ahead and clear your selection. Save your edits. All right, we're ready to complete our color by numbers. In step 10, we'll use autocomplete split, and we'll introduce the right angle line tool to digitize features. So first we'll use the autocomplete to outline the box top, and then split and update the attributes. Then we'll use the line and introduce the right angle line tool to digitize the upper right corner feature. Last, I would encourage you to go ahead and complete the color by numbers, digitize attribute, and save all of the remaining color by number features to get your reps in and make you more proficient in digitizing vector features in ArcGIS Pro. Back in ArcGIS Pro, I'm going to zoom in on the crayon box top, and we're going to use the autocomplete because we've got a simple edge but also a complex edge to complete the box top. So on the Create Features pane, the green feature template, I'm going to switch to the autocomplete polygon construction tool and then snap to my lower left corner, digitize the top of the box, and then double click on the lower right corner. All right, I need to split up my box top, so I'm going to switch to the split tool. And I'm going to use the endpoint arc segment to split it. So snap to one vertex, snap to the other, and then use my mouse to shape the curve, and then click once more to split my polygon. Use the line construction tool to split it a couple more times. And then, of course, I need to update the attributes. So I'm going to select that middle polygon with the attributes tool open and switch it from a 4 to an 8 black. Go ahead and clear the selection. Now I'm ready to digitize the upper left corner, and I'm going to use the right angle tool to do that. So I'm going to click on the Create Features pane and the red feature template using the polygon construction tool. We're going to start with the line construction tool. And then now I want to digitize that right angle. So I'm going to switch from the line construction tool to the right angle line tool. and then click on the corner, and then it constricts the next segment to a right angle from the previous segment. Go ahead and switch the tool back to line and complete my polygon with a double click. All right, that looks really great. Go ahead and clear your selection. Save your edits. Save ArcGIS Pro project. Now, that's the end of the scripted portion of this demonstration, but I would encourage you to complete the entire back to school color by number. Getting the reps in will make you more proficient at creating and editing data, and it will also encourage you to experiment with construction tools in the Create Features templates, or in the construction toolbar, or in the tools gallery on the edit ribbon, even tools on the Modify Features pane. So take a minute, complete the entire color by numbers. Be sure to experiment, find new and interesting tools like this reshape tool, which is really handy for editing an existing polygon. And then I'll complete the color by number and see you on the flip side. All right, I'm going to finish my last edge with an autocomplete. Looks good. Save my edits and save ArcGIS Pro project. Now if I right click my raster dataset layer and zoom to layer, close some of my other panes, so only my catalog pane is open. And then now if I right click on the feature class layer and open up the attribute table, you can see that I created 86 different features and updated each corresponding record with the color value. Go ahead and close the attribute table. If I turn the feature class layer off and back on again, you can see my work, and turn the raster dataset off and back on again. All right, that's really great. Great job. Go ahead and save your ArcGIS Pro project. This concludes the demonstration.